strategies and all you need to help you play your props. AI, this for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Trevor's tested waters help you swim even the feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you eat. And to help you keep working out the system till you work out your position and your purse top commission. The perks you gotta listen help you curb the competition. Got them wishing that they had the app earlier. Surely, them haters try to catch some white stones, but this earlier. Load up the app, make my predictions and get the serving. The player prop predictor is sicker than having hernia. Betting trends like an elixir for pit, but it's schizophrenia. AI, this for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Trevor's tested waters help you swim even the feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you play your props. AI, this for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Trevor's tested waters help you swim even the feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you eat.
It's so hard, Chester.
Display of props, yeah.
It's so hard, Chester.
Set display of props, yeah. Display of props on a mission to win all these bets, we don't see competition. Money line to predict it's helping us get it. Team trends 1 or 2, yeah, you know it's exquisite. Join the score, yeah, you know what it is. The community thriving, we taking our time just when it's all up. It's the best with alignment, we do it with care, we ain't wasting a diamond. Getting this bread, educated, we betting the spread. Only if it makes sense, we ain't greedy opinion. We check our hand out, then we having our reasons. Player props betting, but without the mutiny. This is what knowledge, it means opportunity. Making deposits, nothing that's new to me. This more than betting, we building up unity. Display of props, yeah. We're running research. We running it up with every tool, you know in each perk. Show tested them water, see helping you swim even if it's feet first. Knowledge strategies and all you need to help you eat your said display of props, yeah. We're running research. We running it up with every tool, you know in each perk. Show tested them water, see helping you swim even if it's feet first. Hey, this is Player Props AI. This for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Trevor's tested waters help you swim even the feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you play your props. AI, this for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Trevor's tested waters help you swim even the feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you eat. And to help you keep working out the system till you work out your position and your purse top commission. The perks you gotta listen help you curb the competition. Got them wishing that they had the app earlier. Surely, them haters try to catch some white stones, but this earlier. Load up the app, make my predictions and get the serving. The player prop predictor is sicker than having hernia. Betting trends like an elixir for pit, but it's schizophrenia. AI, this for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Trevor's tested waters help you swim even the feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you play your props. AI, this for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Trevor's tested waters help you swim even the feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you eat.
It's so hard, Chester.
Display of props, yeah.
It's so hard, Chester.
Set display of props, yeah. Display of props on a mission to win all these bets, we don't see competition. Money line to predictor is helping us get it. Team trends 1 or 2, yeah, you know it's exquisite. Join the score, yeah, you know what it is. The community thriving, we taking our time just when it's all up. It's the best with alignment, we do it with care, we ain't wasting a diamond. Getting this bread, educated, we betting the spread. Only if it makes sense, we ain't greedy opinion. We check our hand out, then we having our reasons. Player props betting, but without the mutiny. This is what knowledge, it means opportunity. Making deposits, nothing that's new to me. This more than betting, we building up unity. Player props, yeah. We're running research. We running it up with every tool, you know in each perk. Show tested them water, see helping you swim even if it's feet first. Knowledge strategies and all you need to help you eat your said display of props, yeah. We're running research. We running it up with every tool, you know in each perk. Show tested them water, see helping you swim even if it's feet first. Knowledge strategies and all you need to help you eat your Hey, this is Player Props AI.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all ages, and when I say all ages, I mean 18 plus, because if you're under 18, you can't do any of this stuff anyway. But we are here for the Week 3 live show called $2 in a Dream. If you are brand new to tuning in to the NFL Sunday live show, whether Yeah, you missed week 1. We didn't do it last week because we did a PlayerProps.ai community meetup at the Patriots-Dolphins game, which was a lot of fun. So we were back at it week 3, but if you missed any of the last season stuff we did or you missed week 1, this is how this show works in a nutshell. This is a show where by you watching this, we are all in agreement that we are going to willingly light $2 on fire. Whatever we finish with by the end of this show, the point of the show is using wannaparlay.online, which is the app that I actually have. Like, this is my live app being fed into the screen. There's a specific contest called the Hail Mary, which you see here. It's a $2 prayer. $2 into $5,000. That is the goal that we are going to strive for. However, we are all in agreement as adults that this is not going to hit. That these $2 we are putting in on the Hail Mary or whatever app you're using is not going to hit, and you're not going to have that $2 by the end of the day. As long as you're watching this, you have verbally or non-verbally agreed to those terms and conditions. So do not complain like a 5-year-old when this $2 and $5,000 parlay does not hit, because we do not expect it to, because those type of things just don't happen. So stop chasing them. Now that we've covered out the terms and conditions of you tuning into this live show, let's go through the details of how this works. On the screen, surrounded by my face, is the award-winning PlayerProps.ai site. It's available as an iOS app, Android app, mobile web, desktop. No matter what device you have, as long as you're not living in the 1920s and you have internet, you can access PlayerProps.ai. What we're going to do is right now what you guys are doing is you're in the YouTube chat. You guys are dropping your favorite play for the day. So right now in the chat, drop your favorite play for the day. And it looks like, hold on, I'm trying to find something here real quick. It should be showing up on the screen, but it seems like, yeah, it should. I don't know why it's not showing up. So let me just remove that part of it then. So I'm just gonna have to pull up the YouTube comments individually. So what you're doing right now, no matter where you're watching this, is you are pulling up this on YouTube. So if you're watching this on Facebook, welcome. Go to YouTube. If you're watching this on Twitch, welcome. Go to the YouTube channel. Kick, anything else, go to the YouTube channel. Why go to the YouTube channel? Well, a trillion reasons. A, that's where you pay attention to all the other videos I drop that makes you tons of money and helps you lose a lot less than you're already losing. But that is the channel that we're focusing on for the NFL parlay building. So this is what I mean by that. Right now, if you're looking at the YouTube chat, you see a lot of people are dropping their single favorite NFL bet. It doesn't have to be a player prop. It can be a team bet or whatever. Right now in the YouTube chat, people are dropping their single favorite NFL pick for the day. What we do is we go down the line. We go to the first person. We pull up the bet that is their favorite on the site on PlayerProps.ai. And if the AI agrees with it, then we're going to add it to the $2 and the $5,000 massive 2,500x parlay. If it doesn't agree with it, we're not going to add it in there. So right now, what I need you to do is I need you to go to the YouTube chat. And if you're like, what's the YouTube channel? I'll give you a hint. It rhymes with PlayerProps.ai because it's PlayerProps.ai. Branded everywhere. Drop your favorite bet. So what we're going to do is we're going to lock it into the Hail Mary prayer parlay on wannaparlay.online. And if you're also super new and you don't even know what the heck what this app is that we're talking about, there is a map of the United States right here on the screen, ladies and gentlemen. There are 2 different color states. You have dark blue and you have light purple. If you are in one of the 22 light purple states, you can lock in the exact thing that we are putting in on the show. And you can lock it in on wannaparlay.online. So while you're watching this show, it's in your best interest to go to your Google Chrome, your Safari, whatever browser you prefer, type in wannaparlay.online, get the app, and then when you make your first deposit, it's going to ask you for a promo code. You want to make sure that you use Player Props because that's how you're going to get the $250 bonus that they give you for using that promo code. I do want to do a quick shout out to one of our PlayerProps.ai members. So there's something at the very bottom. If you look at the menu on one of Parlay app, something called Winners, and you can actually go to you can do most money won in all time on the app in the last 30 days, last 7 days. So PlayerProps.ai is number four in the last 7 days. Delaware Met, one of our premium members, is number 5. And so I was just looking at this before I started the show, and then last 30 days, Delaware Met is number 5. I mean, we're 18, but he's number 5 out of everybody in the country. Delaware Met is 5 in the last 30 days. And then all time, and we just recently started playing on this, Delaware Met is already, where was he at? He's number 24 out of everybody that's ever played on this app. Delaware Met is 24th all time in most money won on one of Parlay.online. One of Parlay.online. So shout out to you, Matt. You are clearly crushing it. So good job and keep going. So now I'm going to go through, for those who aren't familiar with this app, you see the things I'm scrolling left and right here? These are the daily pick'em things, right? So like if you're familiar, like 3x, 5x, 10x, 15x, 30x, 50x. So the further down this pipeline you go to the right, the higher, the more picks you have to add to hit the multiple. But the safe stuff, for the 20-80-20 rule I shoved down your guys' throats, the 80% plays is that 3x there. But there are some special contests here you see me swiping at the top. So these are week-long or even longer than week-long contests. So for this one, you could turn $2 into 2,000. This one we're focusing on specifically for today is turning 2 into 5,000. And they also have this awesome VIP experience here. So this ends at the end of today. You can turn $2 into an all-expense-paid trip for 2 people. They fly you out to Kansas City. You get a fancy hotel room, and you get box suites. 2 tickets to like premium tier box suites for the Ravens and Chiefs game on September 28th, which nobody else has contests like that. But again, for this one, we're focusing on the Hail Mary $2 prayer. And again, as I said at the beginning, what we're doing is we are all in agreement. This is not going to hit, so we're agreeing. You by watching, you're understanding. We're lighting $2 on fire. Now that we've gone through all that, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to build a $5,000 winning parlay. So again, as I mentioned before, we're going through the YouTube chat. If you aren't on YouTube chatting, I'm not going to pay attention to your picks. Go to the YouTube channel and type in the YouTube chat. So now that we're there, let's go to the first one. We have lacrosse here. Favorite play is Tyler Warren over 44.5 receiving yards. They're predicted for 52.36. It's only 1 or 2 yards away from being a trifecta. All right, so let's go ahead and look at that. Tyler Warren, we're already on receiving yards for today. Tyler Warren, Indianapolis. Where? Okay, so we got Tyler Warren here. They've had a lot of line movement. They only have 2 career games because they're a rookie, but it's 76 and 79 yards. They're being peppered with receptions, targets. And so it looks like at one point earlier today, the line went up to 49.5. I think if you got it at 43.5 when it first opened here, it would have been a trifecta, I think. But it still has recently dropped in our favor. At a couple minutes ago, it looks like it went from 47 to 46. I mean, the AI likes everything about this. The only thing we want to make sure is that the line is the best line we can get. And so once you find something you like, you go to the props comparison here, which is what I'm showing you on screen, and you are going to the Colts game, receiving yards. What app has the best line for Tyler Warren? It looks like FanDuel does at 44.5. And then we have one a parlay over here, which is what we're locking in for this thing, this multiplier. But just make sure that when you're actually using this app to win more and lose less, because again, this $2 parlay is not going to hit, that you are making sure that you're shopping for the best line possible. But yes, Tyler Warren is someone that we're going to be adding to our one a parlay. So let's go ahead and let's add him in to that. So on the screen right now, we're scrolling. We're looking for the Colts game. I think I already passed it because my finger scrolls very quickly. faster than my eyes can keep up with. And here we go. Not rushing. Receiving yards. Tyler Warren over 46.5. All right. So now I'm going to go back to the YouTube chat, and then we're going to find the next one. This is what you're doing. You're dropping your favorite individual bet for today, and if it makes sense, then we're going to keep adding it to the Wanna Parlay $2 and $5,000 contest. Chris Adams in YouTube chat says, anytime touchdown for his boy Josh Jacobs. So for us to add an anytime touchdown, Josh Jacobs would have to have a 1.0 or higher projection. So we're going to go to I don't even need to go to Green Bay. He's right here. So technically it's a trifecta because he has a higher projection than 1.0. So yeah, that's easy. We're going to go with Josh Jacobs against Cleveland. Cleveland has a lot stouter of a defense than one would think. However, I think because Green Bay is going to be winning this game for majority of it, that they're going to get to the 1 yard line and Josh Jacobs is going to get in. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and add that as well. Let's go back here, click save. Josh Jacobs, see player picks. We're tapping that in the bottom right of the game. Anytime touchdown, Josh Jacobs, boom, he's added. So you see on the screen right now, on the very bottom, you see where it says on the bottom right of the Wanna Parlay app on the screen, it says 2 picks. On the bottom left, it says 2.85. So 2.85 is the multiplier. It's the same thing as when you see the crazy odds when you start adding a lot of things together. To qualify for this contest of turning 2 into 5,000, look at the top left of the screen. It says parlay requirements. We have a player pick, check. We have 2 different games, check. We have at least 2 picks, check. The other thing is the multiplier has to be 999 for you to be able to enter this as for the contest to turn 2 into 5,000. So 2 into 5,000 is not easy, which is why I keep saying this is not going to hit. You're probably not going to 5,000. It's just a fun thing we do to go away from the normal guidelines of 20-80-20. We're all having fun and throwing $2 in the trash can. Back to the YouTube comments. What else we got? Don Trainer in YouTube chat says Jacoby over 61.5 receiving. We've been attacking this man, his receiving prop, for the last 2 games, and it's been working out for us so far. So we're going to go to receiving yards. Jacoby on Vegas. Where for art? Oh, here we go. Washington game. Jacoby's down here. Yeah, so he's hit this in each of the last 3 games, but specifically the last 2. Projections at 70.3, so it's not. So the difference is only 13% between the AI projection and the receiving yards line, but I mean he's been very consistent. I know he does have a new quarterback this season, but as you can see, he's still getting the looks and the targets required. I think he can do 62.5. So, yes, we're going to go ahead and add that as well to the $5,000 and to the 2 into $5,000 parlay. This is a 1 p.m. game. Right here, we're going to go to receiving yards. Jacoby over 62.5. Bada bing, bada boom. Back to the YouTube chat. Let me pull that back up here. What do we got next? Eminem's in our chat here, ladies and gents. We have CC. I'm guessing that means CD. CD over 82.5 receiving yards. That is quite high. Oh, then you dropped another one. Remember, you're only focusing on the number 1 best prop or best bet that you like for today. Don't drop multiple ones. Drop your best ones. But your first one you dropped was CC. I'm assuming you meant CD over 82.5 receiving yards. So let's go back. Let's check out Dallas Cowboys receiving yards. CD Chicago. That's a lot closer. That's even less of a difference. So yes, he's hit this in all of the last 5 games he's played, but like 6.6, you want more of a percentage difference. So even though the AI is saying he's going to get more than 81.5, you definitely want this number to be higher But for the sake of us needing 999 multiplier to be able to lock in this parlay, we'll put him in there for now. But if we get to a point where there's something we like more than him, then we can bounce him out after that. But CC, aka CD, we're locking him in. We got Cowboys, Bears, receiving yards over 81.5. All right, so now you see in the bottom left, we have a 9.75 multiplier. We are continuously needing to add more and more things to get that to a 999 value so we can lock this in. So back to the YouTube chat. Chuck in the YouTube chat says D Brown 33.5 receiving yards. I believe there's only one D Brown. I believe that's Diami. So let's find him for Washington. Washington receiving yards. Diami Brown. Washington game. Wait, is he not on Washington anymore? Did I just have a brain fart? Brown. Oh, he's on Jacksonville now. That's my bad. Yeah. He was on Washington when I added him on my Dynasty Fantasy roster, but he's not on Jacksonville. Jacksonville's offense has been a hot mess, but, I mean, they're going to have somebody to pass it to. He's hit this line in both games so far this season. The projection's at 42.67. We don't even need to click on him, but we will anyway. He's hit this line in 5 straight, specifically 52 and 57 in the last 2 games. Houston is right in the middle, allowing the 15th most total passing yards per game. That's a new thing we added for this week if you haven't seen that yet. Make sure you're in the Discord as well, because that's where we go through all of our updates. We blast a channel that's called App Updates every time we add an update, and that's actually like once a week at this point. We add a new feature or enhance another one. But yes, we are going to go to the Jacksonville game. Jacksonville, not Washington, to add Diami. Receiving yards. I think I'm in the middle of an update for this because it's only showing me 2 players. We'll go back to that in a second. But we're going to bookmark that, and we'll go back to that in a second. I think the app's one of Parlay's in the middle of updating. Back to the lab again. Joseph Pratt in the YouTube chat, he says Baker over 17.5 rushing yards. Baker Mayfield 17.5. He's been scampering a lot. I'm typically not a huge fan of quarterback rushing yards, but he's hit this in every game so far this season. 80% of his last 5, 70% of his last 10. The line's at 17.5. There's not a whole lot of difference here. There's less than 3.0. And I'm not a huge fan of quarterback rushing yards, but I know because we have to get a multiplier of 999, we have to add him. And the fact that we're in the middle of an update here and Diame's not showing, we'll add him for now. Rushing yards, Baker 17.5. Okay, back to the YouTube chat. FAO Bull Calvin Ridley, Titans over 50.5 receiving yards. This guy has been riding the pine on one of my fantasy rosters all season long. I do not trust him because I do not trust Cam Ward yet. I need an amazing game out of Cam Ward. I haven't got that yet. But let's look at what Ridley is here for the Tennessee Titans game. Getting back to receiving yards. So, pay attention to this down here. The Colts defense has been extremely stout. There are only 3 teams, a handful of teams, very few of them, allowing even less passing yards and less receiving yards than the Colts. The very, very stout passing defense through the first 2 games of the season. The AI still thinks that he's going to go over 52.5 because it gives him a 60.07 projection. It looks like he's hit this once so far this season, which was the most recent game, barely covered at 57. Hopefully that means that the chemistry between him and Ward is getting better because the first game was atrocious, only 27 yards, 57. Assuming that they're going to be down and continuously needing to pass. We'll add him for now, but if I would not actually add that in a parlay or a single bet that I'm not already agreeing I'm lighting on fire. So for the sake of lighting these $2 on fire, we will add Ridley receiving yards, but I don't like that as a single pick. Titans there. I feel like we have to refresh the app. We keep getting... so when you don't see a player, that pretty much means that the app is in the middle of refreshing their line. Like the millisecond we pull it up, which, I mean, it's NFL Sunday, so we're waiting for Calvin Ridley, and we're also waiting for De'Ami Brown of Jacksonville. But we're going to back pocket those. I'll refresh the app once we get to a point where we need to. Baker 2+ passing touchdowns. We already have Baker rushing yards. I don't know if I want to go with 2+ passing TDs. Lewis, what's going on, man? Lewis in the YouTube chat says Noah Fant over 2.5 receptions. We don't have any receptions picks in yet. So let's go ahead and look at that. Who are we looking at? Fant? Here, let me just get rid of this completely. Receptions, Fant. I'm having a brain fart here. Cincinnati, that's right. I'm like, I know he's on a new team. So the over is plus 120. The projection is 2.5, which is almost, it is literally exactly the same as the line. The sportsbooks don't favor the over. The AI says the line, technically it's equal to the line. So there's not really anything here. I would definitely not bet on this as a smart single. If you're actually looking to win money, do not add this to your bet slip. I don't like it, but for the sake of us, of course, again, needing to get to a 999 point parlay to be able to lock this in. We'll put him in for now, and then we might bounce him out later. But yeah, also he's got I was gonna say he's got I think this makes more sense. Receiving yards makes more sense than the 2.5 receptions because the sportsbooks are favoring the over, and there's a little bit more of a gap here. And I know Jake Browning is in a horrible trash quarterback, but I feel like the receiving yards makes more sense. Man, he's also stuck in updating. Like, I feel like everybody we're picking is in the middle of an update. I got an idea what I'm going to do. Let's refresh the app. Now, if we refresh the app, do we lose the 5 picks? That's what I'm curious about. So we're waiting on De'Ami Brown to update their line. We're waiting on Noah Fant to update their receiving yards line. And then we're also waiting on Calvin Ridley. 3 people there. But we're going to keep going here. We already have Josh Jacobs. We already have that. We already have that. Bag says Kyron Williams over 63.5 rushing yards. Kyron, right? Yeah. It's okay. It's okay. Pretty high accuracy. Wish the projection was a little bit higher. The line was a little bit lower. But he's hit this in every game so far this season. Against Philly, Philly's allowed the 12th most rushing yards so far this season. For a star running back that Kyron is, I don't see him It all depends on like if Philly's going to be going crazy and having to lead the entire game, but I feel like this will be a little bit closer of a game than people think. So yeah, we'll go ahead and add Kyren. Rams. Over 63.5. All right. Back to the YouTube chat. What we got? Oop. Did I hit a button? No. Kyren, we already got Josh Jacobs. I don't think we have field goals for this, James. I think we have kicker points, but let me look at that regardless. So James in the chat, YouTube chat, said Chris Boswell over 1.5 field goals. So I think what we have is kicking points. But it's not the same as field goals because they can get like 5 extra points or no field goal attempts. Squeaks is Arizona over 21.5. That's using our new team total predictor. So right, we're going to go to team total. This is a team total predictor. So when you go to the team total, it was always the game predictor, so the game total. Now we add this feature, we click on team, and it projects the team itself. This is something we were talking about on one of our episodes we dropped earlier this week, that I believe Arizona, out of every team today, has the highest difference at 4.5. I think it was 5.5 at one point. But this is the highest difference. Whether it's higher or lower, it's the biggest gap, I guess. So the line right now is Arizona 21.5, and the projection is 26. The only thing is I think we already have a bet from this game, do we? Because it won't. I don't think it'll let us double up. Oh, I guess we don't. So we're going to team picks. Scoring, Arizona 21.5 over. So now our multiplier is at 64. So now it's getting to a point where like everyone we add is going to go up super, super high as opposed to just a few points each one. But yeah, that's definitely I think that's my favorite team total of the day. If you can find it at 20.5, that's my favorite because 21 is an average typical NFL score. 22 is not. So I do like it at 20.5 if you can find it on a book there. Okay, back to the chat. Ricardo says, hi from Portugal. Hey, Ricardo, appreciate you tuning in. Make sure you guys are smashing that thumbs up button on this video. Like the video, subscribe to this channel as well. Let's see. Brandon Cooks over receiving yards. I don't know. I mean, we can pull it up. We'll pull it up just in case. Brandon Cooks. I don't know. Oh, we're on rushing yards. Duh. It's like, I don't know if we have projections for Brandon Cooks because it was on rushing. Seattle is green here, which means they've allowed the 10th most passing and receiving yards so far in the 2 games this season. Projection's decent. He's hit this in both games this season so far. Projection's 20, line's 15.5. I don't think we have any picks yet from Saints Seattle game. So let's go ahead and see if he's available here. Cooks. Nope, still being updated for him as well. All right, what else we got? Pacheco over 40 rushing yards. What's interesting is I believe this is the... Oh, no, I was thinking about last game. I was going to say last game was the first time that they were a Vegas underdog at home in like, I don't even know how many years. But we'll see if the AI likes that here real quick. Let's go back to rushing yards. Not receiving yards, going to rushing yards. Settle down. Here we go. The Giants. You see that? Look at this. This is what we like to see here. First, the Giants have allowed the most rushing yards this season. Giants, first in total rushing yards allowed. That's what this says. The problem is that the AI does not think that trend is going to continue, that Isaiah Pacheco is going to get more than 41.5 or 42.5 rushing yards. So even though the Giants have allowed the most, the AI is like, that's not going to continue. Pacheco's not going to get the rushing opportunities. There's a lot of backs in the backfield, mouths to feed, if you will. He hasn't hit this line all season. That's why it says 0% season, 0% last 5 games. So this is the first thing that the AI is not on board with. Make sure that we're using the PlayerProps.ai app before locking in bets, because it will save you a ton of money on not losing bets. Is that Gucci? It says Green Bay money line. Let me see. I think we did an anytime touchdown. I don't know if we're allowed to do Green Bay money line and anytime touchdown. Oh, we can. So let's check that. I'm still learning a bunch of things about this app as well. This one on Parlay.online that we're using. So let me pull up the money line predictor. And we're looking for Green Bay. GB. So, again, I want to stress to everybody watching this, it's very important that you use PlayerProps.ai before betting, because it will tell you, first off, we'd never bet a minus 485 money line ever for any sport for any reason, not even adding them to a parlay. But it's also important to note, Green Bay, because they have a minus 485, if you're like, what does that mean? It means the sportsbooks give them an 82.91% chance of hitting. Our AI says that it should only be a 66% chance of winning. So they're overfavored or overvalued by 16.91. So whenever this is red, do not bet the money line. You're saying it's overvalued, overfavored. You want to only bet money lines that are green, not this red box, not this negative symbol here. So sure, you can argue that, well, it still says Green Bay is going to win 66% of the time, or 66% chance of winning. It's just the minus 485 is not worth betting on because it's extremely overvalued by this much. But for the sake of the show and of getting to $9.99, even though I'm recommending never to do what this is telling you not to do, we'll add it there anyway. Just for the kicks and giggles, because we're already agreeing that this parlay is not going to hit, and we're all agreeing that we're lighting money on fire. Why not continue to light money on fire by dropping something the AI says not to do? Jacoby Myers, we already looked at that one. Dotson over 7.5. You can nix the Arizona for the Cooks prop since we're only doing one. Josh says QJ over receiving yards. So Quentin Johnson was actually one of our show plays, if you guys were paying attention to anything on YouTube. If you guys have not watched the YouTube shows for the last 19 months, you have cost yourselves thousands and thousands of dollars. We have won. I have won you, personally won you so many bets just from showing you how to use the app and like, oh, hey, this is what we're doing because of XYZ, as you can see on the screen. If you just listen to what I say, you would, and if you haven't yet, you'd be up a lot more. Kyle said if you refresh the app, you do lose all your picks. Yeah, that's what I was figuring out. That's why I was like, I don't want to know if I want to go back and do all that stuff. But Quentin Johnson, who's been memed to death his entire career because he drops the ball, apparently is having a season where he realizes that his hands do work if he tries hard enough, and so he's catching the ball and doing pretty good. I'll pull it up here, but I'm pretty sure that he was one of our big trifectas for the week. Oh, I'm on rushing yards still. You can't complain about being on a losing streak because I make it impossible. PlayerProps.ai has been making it impossible to be on a losing streak for 19 months. You just have to listen to the words that come out of my mouth. Trying to think here. Either the projection went down or the line went up. I'm pretty sure there was a 20% difference last time I checked. But AI still favors the over, so we'll go ahead and lock him in here. He's actually a yard better right now on the app. So we're at 148. We're going to speed things up here, and I'm going to kind of rapid fire through this. No. We read that one. Bijan rushing yards, Corey says in the chat. All right, Corey. Bijan rushing yards. AI does not agree with it, even though he's hit this he only hit this in one game so far this season, and I know Carolina is allowed the eighth most yards so far this season. AI says he's going to get slightly under 82.5. So this is something I wouldn't actually bet with the real bet, but for the sake of the show, where we have fun lighting money on fire with this $2 into $5,000 parlay, we're going to go ahead and add it in anyway. But for your actual real bets that you do plan on winning, please do not add over rushing yards for Bijan, because the AI says his line's a tad too high. But we're going to put it in there anyway. We're at 274. Let's keep matriculating down the field and get to our 999 requirement. And then I'll tell you guys what to do at the end, so one of you guys have a better chance of getting that $5,000 prize for this contest. David says DJ Moore over 4.5 receptions. 4 point. Can we DJ Moore Bears? Do they have receptions that are built in here? I think we only got receiving yards for the game, but I'll look at DJ Moore receiving yards though. Moore, yeah. DJ Moore. Dallas has allowed the third most passing and receiving yards so far this season. The AI is slightly over the 52.5 receiving yards, but for the sake of the parlay, let's go ahead and do that. It's actually a yard better on a parlay, 51.5 we just locked in. All right, we're at 507, kids. We're almost to the 999. A few more, and we'll be there. We already put Josh Jacobs as anytime touchdown, so I don't think it'll let us double up on him. We already did a Baker prop. Patty Fry receptions, RJ says. Joel says Herbert over passing touchdowns. Let me see if we can put the passing touchdowns with the receiving prop. That's yards attempts. No, I don't think. Let me see here. You deleted your message after I read it. Forgot what you were saying. Something receptions. You just deleted your message in the chat when I was looking for it. Anywho, we're at 507. We need a few more. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to. What was the Sunday night play of the day we did for the show that you guys should have already locked in and watched? It was. What was the last game of the day? Let me see. The last game of the night is Kansas City New York Giants. What was our play for this game? What did we lock in on the show? It wasn't receiving yards. Was it rushing yards? Somebody remind me in chat. What was the YouTube show play that we did for Sunday Night Football? Kiki says Wandale. It was over Wandale receiving yards. That makes sense. So we'll make sure to add him because I don't think we added him yet. Receiving. Yeah, that's what it was. Puka Nacua over receiving yards. It's not one that we've looked at yet. Puka. How many times can you say that name fast? Philly's really stout on their pass defense. 25th least or 25th most yards. So you can also say it's like there's only a handful of teams that have allowed less receiving yards and passing yards to opposing teams. But technically speaking, they're probably going to be down. They're probably going to be passing a lot. Puka gets open, and the projection says he should barely cover his 84.5 line. Oh, so look, I didn't even notice. Once we added the Wandale Sunday Night Football play of the day from the YouTube show you should have watched 10 days ago. But look at the bottom left. We're at 938. So if we add Puka, that'll put us over where we need to go. So that's hold on. I'm going to explain to you guys how to get the 5,000 here real quick. Just give me a hot minute. Puka stuck in an update. I keep going to guys that are stuck in updates. Okay, so hold on. This is what we did last week. And so please pay attention. This is very important here. I'm testing a theory real quick. Okay, so no, we need one more. We need one more 50-50 prop. Let me check the YouTube comments again. Scatabo. Yeah, make sure that you check. Yeah, you're right, Kiki. Make sure you guys check the app, the PlayerProps.ai app, before you're locking in things today. Scatabo receiving yards. I gotta go back to football. $11.5. I'll check it real quick on the app. But this should be our last thing that we need. But there's one more thing you guys have to do to win the 5,000. And I'll explain it here in a second. Oh, I'm highlighting the wrong game. I was like, why can't I find... It's... Yes, the AI favors the over. Yes, he's hit this in both games this season. I actually think he's going to get more as the season goes on. He's going to get more and more looks. So, now, please listen. This is very important for you guys who are locking this in on wannaparlay.online, and you're actually wanting to put yourself in the best chance to win $5,000 bucks. So you see in the bottom left, our points is now 1,735. We only need 999. So what we're going to do is we're going to take away our least favorite pick. So we're going to tap continue. We're going to go to checkout. There's already something that says they won't let us do it anyway because the odds refreshed. Which one is it though? Oh, it was Scatabo. Okay, so we need Scatabo's odds refreshed. And we can't refresh the app because we're going to lose all of our 12 picks. So what I'm going to do real quick is... Okay. Well, in the video that I did for you guys on Monday or Tuesday, I did a survivor pick video, and that survivor pick was the Seattle Seahawks. So we're going to add Seattle Seahawks money line in there, and that puts us at our requirement of $9.99. Please delete the picks highlighted in red. I don't have anything highlighted in red. All right. Hold on. This is, I think, driving me crazy here. So hold on a second while I figure this thing out. I think it took us so long to put it together that like the odds changed and it's telling us to update the app. But Kyle just said if we refresh the app, we're gonna lose all these 13 picks. So we're gonna have to put these in together. But no, so this I was gonna explain. Only one person can turn 2 into 5,000. It's a leaderboard based thing. Whoever hits and has the most point calculator, the point multiplier, which right now this one has 1182, they get $5,000. So what you want to do, and I'm not going to tell you who to do because this is how you differentiate yours from all the 6 million people watching this show, is go to MLB, which we just did. We just showed you here. You tap on baseball, go to like any MLB game, and this app lets you go under home runs and under stolen bases. So like you go to under stolen bases, just find somebody that has double-digit over odds. So like Jung-Hoo Lee here or Freddie Freeman. Like if I'm going to say, oh, Freddie Freeman's not going to steal a base today, or Willie Adames, I could tap under, and it doesn't make my points go up that much. But if I'm the only person that taps Willie Adames, then and my points right now are 1205.72. If somebody else came in and they tapped Mookie Betts, for example, their point multiplier is a little bit different. So after we refresh the app, we re-add all of these in here. Choose on your own any under stolen base or under home run prop. of somebody who's more than likely not going to steal a base or hit a home run, and then that gives you a special point differential that sets you up to be the only person with that points on the leaderboard. But again, I'm not going to tell you who to do because you need to do your own so you don't match anybody else's. But what we have to do real quick is we got to refresh. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a list. I'm going to make a quick list of the 13 that we found. I'm going to refresh the app, and then I'm going to put them back in again. So far we have Bijan over rushing. We have Jacoby over receiving yards. Warren over receiving yards. Green Bay money line. I'm just typing these out before I refresh the app. Josh Jacobs, anytime touchdown. Kyron over rushing yards. Baker over rushing yards. Quentin Johnson over receiving yards. Seattle money line. CD over receiving yards. Moore over receiving yards. That's going to be a pass-heavy game. Cardinals, Arizona over 21.5 team total using the brand new team total predictor. Our play of the day from our Sunday night video, Wandell over receiving yards. And then whatever the final bet is that you want to add in. So far that's 13, I believe. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to give me a second here. Is that the screen I wanted to do? So I'm just going to refresh the app real quick. That's not the screen I wanted. Let's go back to this one. Okay, so I just refreshed the app. We're going to go back to this, and now we're going to quickly lock in all of the ones that we just did here. So we're going to go to football. Rushing yards, Bijan. I think we were looking at Jacoby. Let's see if Jacoby was re-added yet. He was. Was Ridley added? Because that's somebody that we were looking at earlier as well. Yeah, he wasn't refreshed yet, but we had Tyler Warren. And then we had Green Bay money line, and also Green Bay anytime touchdown, Josh Jacobs. Oh, hold on, let me do. Now he's in the middle of getting his odds updated. I think we were also looking at rushing yards for him as well. Yeah, he's in the middle of getting updated. So it's good that we added the other one, but we'll add Green Bay money line for now. Kyron rushing yards. I think we were also looking at Puka receiving yards, but he wasn't loading when we refreshed. Yeah, he's still getting his odds refreshed. Baker over rushing yards. Quentin Johnson was next. Okay, go back. Let's see if we have Diame showing up here. Nope, not yet. Nico Collins was just added, though. Pittsburgh. Do we have any with Pittsburgh? No. Quentin Johnson. Over. Seattle money line. I don't think we had any players in this game. Cowboys, we had CD and DJ Moore both over. Receiving yards. Over. Arizona team total. So I think what the issue was is Josh Jacobs anytime touchdown was refreshing, and that's what wasn't letting us lock in the parlay. Wandell over. Okay, so now that we can't do that, let's go back to our anytime touchdown predictor. For all games, not just the last game, all games. Josh Jacobs, Bijan, Saquon, Jonathan Taylor, Colts. No. What was the one? I'm trying to figure out. There's one more that we needed to add to replace Josh Jacobs anytime touchdown that was getting refreshed. What are you guys saying in the chat here? Try deleting Josh, refreshing work for you. Yeah. I wish I would have read that bag. I wish I would have read that before I refreshed everything. There's one more that we were looking at. Oh, somebody said Freiermuth. He's not on Pittsburgh anymore. Oh, he is on Pittsburgh still. But yeah, let's do Freiermuth. But see, like that takes us way too high. We need something that is. I don't think we need a 50-50 prop here. So what we need is just like a money line of a team. So let's go to the money line predictor. We don't need something crazy. We don't need to add him or force him anyway. So let me look at the money line predictor again. Let me get rid of this. So we already did Arizona team total. Can we do Arizona team total and Arizona money line? I don't think we can do both. No. Even though Marcus Mariota is starting for Washington and the AI knows that, it still has him heavily favored. Let's see here. Let's look at the Bengals Vikings. Looks like we have a lot of game total available. But that's still a 50-50 though. So there's one more thing we need to add. Can we just add that last one that I was talking about? Like that last understolen base? No. That doesn't do much. Let me see here. Does anybody have one more in chat? You don't trust that play. Which play? Yeah, Josh Jacobs was the issue, but now we're trying to find one more to replace Josh Jacobs. I'm looking at the team stuff. Maybe we'll look at like a team total here. Where's the team? Let's look at the team total for this particular game because we don't have anything from this game yet. 3.5 over for Houston. I like that. And it's 20.5, which is one of my favorite numbers because if they score 3 touchdowns and 3 extra points, and that hits. So that last one's going to be Houston Texans. So I know it took us a while to get here, but we should be Gucci now. Oh my gosh. What did I took too long to enter it again. Oh my gosh. So we got to figure out which one. Oh, it told us this time. Okay, so Quentin Johnson. It actually told us which one was the unfavorable one. So let's go back to. We don't have any Pittsburgh Steelers Patriots ones, so let's look at the team total for that. Who's got the higher difference? New England or Pittsburgh? They're pretty much both the same. Nothing sexy there. What about their game total? It says going under 44.5. Yeah, I'll take that. Are we allowed to lock this in now? I think we're finally allowed to lock it in. So if you lock in the exact same 13 that I just did, you're going to have the exact same score, the point differential. So make sure you add that under home run prop or the under stolen base prop to be able to have a different number. But yeah, we only needed 999 and we're currently at 1419, but it is what it is. We're not going to go back and change it. Yeah, we looked at Jonathan Taylor, anytime touchdown skilly, but I think we were doing too many plays from that one. But yeah, those are the 13. So let's recap them real quick before we tap this button. Bijan over rushing yards, Jacoby over receiving yards, Tyler Warren over over receiving yards, Green Bay money line, Kyron Williams over rushing yards, Baker Mayfield over rushing yards, Houston over 20.5 team score, Pittsburgh Patriots under 44.5 game total, Seattle money line, CD and DJ Moore both over in that game receiving yards, Cardinals team total over 21.5, and then we have Wan'Dale Robinson over 45.5. You have to make sure that you add an under home run prop or under stolen base prop so you do not have the same multipliers every one. But do add those things in, then quickly go to MLB, find somebody who's not going to get a stolen base, who's not going to get a home run, and just add the under, and then that'll give you a different points differential than everything else. So, ladies and gents, it took us a minute. Took us actually exactly an hour to do that, but it's worth it, especially if it works out. But again, this is called $2 in a dream for a reason. These parlays are not going to work out. It's just something fun we do as a community, agreeing with each other to light $2 on fire. Any other questions you have from the show, after the show, please, for the love of all that's holy, use the community Discord. If you are a free member, which means you have the free version of the app, you're subscribed to the free YouTube channel that you're watching this on, and you are also having a free account in the free Discord, make sure you're in the free Discord. Do not attempt to learn this app on your own when you have over 17,000 other members who are more than willing to help you learn it in the Discord. If you are a premium member, you have zero excuses of not being in the premium Discord. It actually will probably hurt your success to upgrade your account on the app and not be in the Discord. It's a free community app. You simply download it for free, Discord. You create a free Discord account. You get in ours. You connect your accounts. Everything opens up. The amount of people that have at least a free account and are not in the Discord blows my mind. You can go, I think we have 66,000 people who are using PlayerProps.ai, over 66,000 now, and there's like almost 18,000 in the Discord, which means a good chunk of you are ignoring me on getting in the free Discord. If you have a free account, get in the free Discord. If you have a premium account, it's much more important to also get in the Discord. But yeah, ladies and gents, good luck with everything you got going on today. If you have any questions whatsoever, simply let me know. Spoiler alert, in the Discord. But yeah,